Welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living Nashville.
Welcome to my morning, welcome to my day. I'm the one responsible, I made it just this way. Make myself some pictures to see what they might bring. I think I made it perfectly, I wouldn't change a thing. La la la, la 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 la, la la la, la 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 la. Welcome to my happiness, you know it makes me smile, and it pleases me to have you here for just a little while we open up the spaces, try to break some chains. And if the truth is told, they will never come again. La la la, la 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 la, la la la, la 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 la, la la la. Welcome to my evening, the closing of the day. And I could try a million times, never find a better way to tell you that I love you. And all the songs I play are to thank you for allowing me inside this lovely day. Welcome to my morning, welcome to my day. Yes, I'm the one responsible, made it just this way. Make myself some pictures, see what they might bring. Think I made it perfectly, I wouldn't change a thing. La la la, la 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 la, la la la, la 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 la, la la la, la la la, la la la. Thank you, guys.
Good morning. I'm Lucia Cooper-Smith. I'm your host for today. And let me begin by saying it is a pleasure to welcome you to the Center for Spiritual Living Nashville. And welcome to those of you who are watching online. We welcome back our interim minister, Reverend Cath today. And the title of her talk is, What New is Emerging. We're also happy that Christopher Strand is back as our guest artist. Welcome back, Christopher. And if you're new here, the Center for Spiritual Living Nashville is an inclusive, new thought spiritual community. We believe that we are all individualized expressions of God, and we teach the power of our thoughts to create the lives that we want. Our mission is to help people live their best lives through a practical spiritual practice that you can use every day. Wherever you are on your spiritual journey, you are welcome here. So before we begin, I would like to dedicate our service today to peace. And so I asked Jacqueline to come up and light our candles. And I will begin our service with a short quote from Ernest Holmes, followed by a guided meditation. In this thing called you, Ernest Holmes wrote, you are starting out on a great adventure, a wonderful journey. You are guided by love, inspired by truth, and your future will be what you make it. And so now I invite you to close your eyes and relax, get comfortable. Shift your shoulders back, your neck, and relax the muscles of your face, unclenching your jaw. and slowing your breath. Scan down the length of your body, breathing space into any last remnants of tension. We began the new year last week by releasing what doesn't serve us. Did anything surface this week from whatever it was you released last week that you need to continue letting go of for you to be in peace? If your release involved a hurt or someone in your life where there is a fracture in your relationship, picture that person now and surround them with love, releasing whatever has separated you. Feel the energy between the two of you lighten. This is about healing you. The situation may not have changed in this moment, but release the hurt and negativity with your exhale. If your release last week was about letting go of fear about money, your health, your career, when you inhale, feel your energy shift from fear to peace. And when you exhale, release the fears or negative thoughts. Picture what success in that area is like, and let that energy surround you. With the events that have happened this past week, many of us have anxiety about what is happening in the world and in this country right now. Acknowledge that emotion, whether it's fear, anger, grief, or sadness. As you exhale, release the power that this emotion and anxiety have. We don't deny the circumstances that have happened and are happening, and you can still take whatever action you are moved to take. But in this moment, picture how you want that situation to be. What does it look like to you? Inhale and feel the healing. Feel the unity that comes from it. Feel your anxiety release. Feel and know the right leaders coming forth in peace, with compassion, with love, and empathy for all people. Now hold that energy. Open yourself to whatever new is emerging in your relationships, your health, with your finances, your career, your feelings about yourself. What is emerging at this center, in this country, and in this world? With an inhale, feel the newness rush over you. Open your hands and be ready to receive. When you are ready, take one more deep breath and open your eyes. Namaste.
I wish I was a train rolling down the track, full speed ahead. I wouldn't need to look back, with just my destination on my one-track mind. I wish I was a train sometimes. I wish I was a train, all smoke and steam and steel. Let my whistle blow to tell the whole world how I feel. No obstacle could stop stop me as I roar on by it. I wish I was a train sometimes. I wish I was a train, thunder like the wind, armor on the outside and a mighty flame within, humbling the proud, bringing courage to the shy. I wish I was a train sometimes. When the horizon is too distant and too wide, I wonder how it feels to have a rail to ride beneath the wheels. I wish I was a train, free and homeward bound, determined on my journey without worry or doubt, certain that before me shines a guiding light. Wish I was a train sometimes. When the horizon is too distant and too wide, I wonder how it feels to have a rail to ride beneath the wheels. I wish I was a train rolling down the track, full speed ahead, I wouldn't need to look back. Just my destination on my one-track mind. I wish I was a train sometimes. Oh, I wish I was a train sometimes.
Thanks, Chris. All right, now let's welcome today's speaker, the Reverend Cath DePalma.
Thank you, Larry. Good morning, everyone. Oh, it's so good to be with you in person instead of watching you online, even though that's pretty cool too. So, okay, we are standing at the threshold of 1 year ending and a new one beginning. What the question really is what new is emerging? What new is emerging? Don't you love that word, emerge? It's a feel-good word. And it's, not what I want to force into being. Like, we used to do I don't know, some people maybe still do, but we used to do the New Year's resolutions where we are, there are definite decisions about how we're going to live differently, and they come from our heads. Those decisions come from our heads. And it's not what should I have already figured out? Thank God, that's a lot of pressure, It's a lot of pressure to produce when you live from that old place that we were living from. But what new is forming, quietly forming within us? What new is forming between us? What new is coming through life itself? Now, I think it's an understatement to say that this past year has been transformational for this center. Would you agree? It has asked a lot of us, including me. It invited us to release parts of the past. It required courage, trust, and a willingness to grow beyond familiar ways of being. And as a community, we didn't just get through a challenging year, we were shaped by it. We discovered inner resources within us that we might not have known we had. Am I right? We learned how to reach deeper, individually and together. And in the process, we grew into something more. This beloved community, rooted in commitment, compassion, and love. That's significant. That's a significant demonstration because it didn't just come out of nowhere. It came from it grew out of the soil of who we have become. And you did that work. You did that work. It didn't come out of nowhere. It didn't just happen. Nature is a powerful teacher. Physiologically and energetically, we just passed the winter solstice, the darkest point of Earth's yearly cycle, the lowest point of energy, physically speaking. And we're turning now towards the light. We're inching towards that place at the spring equinox where energy is just bursting, out of everyone and everything. I have this new friend at the Center for Spiritual Living in Kelowna, where we are, who is, he specializes in gut health. Yes, gut health. And he says that but when it gets to be the energy of springtime, the energy is so strong, intense, that you could grow a limb. So keep that in mind if you need to grow anything really big. Now, I know, I have Reverend Dr. Mitch sitting right here, and I know he's going to say, well, you could do that anytime. And he's right. You could do that anytime. But, let's have a little help where we can get it. So right now, where we're at in this phase, the trees in nature appear dormant. I remember thinking at one time years ago, oh, they're just dead. They're just dead. Fields are empty. Life seems like it's on pause. But nothing could be farther from the truth. Beneath the surface, roots are strengthening, energy is reorganizing, life is preparing for its next expression. What looks like nothing happening is actually everything happening on a level that we can't see. That goes for us as well. Being one with nature, being one with life, we are a part of it too. We have our seasons. We are in that cycle as well. Winter is not a time of death. It's not a lack of creativity. It's not something we have to rush to get through, or that we can't wait till it's over with, or we have to leave town and go to a warmer place for. We can. We can. Winter is a sacred season of rest and replenishment, reflection and contemplation, inner listening, releasing what no longer fits, preparing inwardly for what's to come next. Things are supposed to slow down. It's supposed to slow down. In the springtime, we're caught with all the different life going on, and we're distracted by all of that activity. And it's wonderful, and it's timely when it comes. But right now, it is time for us to be quiet. And this is not a time to force clarity. As we tend to the soil of our own soul, that clarity will come in its own perfect time. So I have a personal story that I want to share. A couple weeks ago, and this is where the truth came alive for me in an ordinary and an extraordinary way. There was a power outage beyond our neighborhood, in our grid, so to speak, for 7 hours, which can be serious in the wintertime, right? Luckily, we had just gone from like the 20s and the 30s up to the 40s. So during the day, the house kept the temperature pretty well. But, our hour in Kelowna, British Columbia, our days end quite early. By 4:30, it starts getting dark. At least it's on its way out. But anyway, I could feel the energy of the house start to shift, and things start to cool just a little bit. And so about that time, my husband and I were looking around for flashlights and, candles, and where do we put this stuff? Because, you don't use it until you really need it. And I could see that he was particularly agitated. And so I asked him about it, and he said, it's the end of the year. I had all these plans for today. Nothing got done, blah, blah, blah. And, none of them were possible. So, not knowing what else to do, I suggested we play a game by candlelight. Well, that wasn't going to do it. That was not going to turn the tide. So I said, why don't let's just read. We're both readers, we love to read. So we positioned the candles so that it could be between both chairs that we sit in. And he started journaling, and I picked up the book that we are reading. The practitioners are reading, What's in the Way is the Way, by Mary O'Malley. And I thought I'd get a head start on the January chapter assignment that we have, which is Life is for You. Someone's already laughing. I'm just getting started. Well, it turns out it was a divine pick, because not far into it, I came across the quote from Eckhart Tolle that stopped me cold. Life will give you whatever experience is most helpful for the evolution of your consciousness. Life will give you whatever experience is most helpful for the evolution of your consciousness. And he continues, how do you know this is the experience you need? Some of you know the answer already. Because this is the experience you are having in this moment. In this moment. That means whatever experience I am having, sitting here in the dark, reading and underlining, barely being able to see, in this moment is the one that I need to really be having. I had to read that to John. And he goes, yeah, I'm the one that's always saying, how are you being with what you're having? We laugh because, it was right in our face. The things that we teach, life was doing its thing, its perfect thing. Right in the middle of inconvenience. Anyone ever experienced that? And can you go? How quickly can you go to, that this is for me? So I went back to reading, because I'm a serious student, and I began underlining, barely seeing the words. A passage that felt important to me was this. Realize that all the millions of moments of your life have unfolded to this moment. All of the millions of moments of your life have unfolded to this moment, the moment that we are all having here together today. And this moment is the leading edge of the wave of evolution on this planet. This moment is the leading edge of the wave of evolution on this planet. And it goes on to say, open to the knowing that this moment is no ordinary moment. What we have here, this is no ordinary moment. It did not come into being without many, many different things having to take place to get us to this moment. And you know what? Voila, that's when the lights went on. This is right in the middle of me underlining, this is no ordinary moment, and it dawning on me, yeah, this is no ordinary moment. Now, the final lines were, right here, right now, you are being given a very rare gift, the phenomenal gift of life. For a short slice of time, you get to be here, then you too will dissolve back into the mystery, and life will continue to unfold. And in that moment, it was clear to me that there was nothing wrong, nothing was off track, even the darkness had something to give. The moment was indeed perfect. Perfection. The outage wasn't an interruption. It was a reminder, a message from the universe itself. A reminder that this moment, whatever it looks like, is not ordinary. What feels like delay, what feels like darkness or inconvenience, may actually be the very place where something new is quietly emerging. The very place, the very moment. The question was never, when will the lights come back on so I can get on with my life? Or even for us today, the question is not, when will the madness in our country stop happening so that I can get on, so things can get on with normal life, whatever that is. The deeper question is, how am I being with what is here right now? How am I? Not somebody else. How am I? Because life is not against us, it is for us. Each precious moment comes with a gift if we stop long enough to look at it. If we can pause and take a moment, get beyond our reactions. And reactions are normal. There's nothing wrong with having reactions. It's staying in the reactions. You know, we have to stop looking at things superficially and we have to dig deeper. This season isn't asking us to predict the future. It's asking us to prepare inwardly. And what does preparation look like? It looks like the burning bowl ceremony that you did here last week. Releasing old habits, releasing things, patterns that you wanted to get rid of, creating space, making room for the new. And I don't mean necessarily, new car. Those are nice things. New home, new partner, whatever it is. Those are really nice, things to have. But something new in us. Preparing and making room for something new in us. Strengthening our trust. Deepening our roots. Cultivating our resilience. Developing us. Getting in touch with who we really are. So what new is emerging? So I get I'm working on the talk, and I get this email from Reverend Rosemary Cathcart the other day. I'm like, this talk is done. No, this talk is not done. Because now I'm up in the middle of the night trying to figure out how I can introduce her idea. So she shared in her email, some of you might have gotten that if you're on her list, she shared this idea that she was dedicating herself to this practice that she's done before. Tune in at noon is what it's called. And it's about taking 5 minutes of silence to focus on peace in our country. And from 12 o'clock to 12:05 every day to practice that. Tune in at noon, and we will have a little something about that in the email that goes out this week for you. That is something that we could do. That is something that we can do that can be towards the greater peace for everyone. Is that something that you could maybe do? Yeah. Something to pass on to friends or to people who say, I don't know what to do. Give them something to do. We're doers. A lot of us, we need to do it, even though you have to be quiet and you have to sit. But that's something that we can do. It's something positive. And somebody asked, they said, in our meeting yesterday, they said, well, what about the time zone thing? And then somebody, I think it was Dale, said, well, we're just going to have a wave going from one time zone to the other. Just stick to your own time zone. Let's not make this harder than it is. Let's keep it simple. I love that. So we don't have to know the whole picture of what's going on or what's going to happen, but we just have to keep walking. More will be revealed to us individually and collectively as we go. So I have some questions for you to consider. You don't have to do anything about them now. I'm going to go over them with you. There's going to be a handout that you can take home with you and take them into consideration for yourself on your own timeline. And online, click the link shown in the chat to download the handout as well, so you can participate as well. So the first one is, what feels quietly alive in me right now? What feels quietly alive in me right now? The second one is, what has this past year prepared me for? What has this past year prepared me for? And I know these are questions that take longer than 2 seconds. What might be emerging that requires trust rather than certainty? What might be emerging that requires trust rather than certainty? How am I being invited to show up for myself, for this community, for my country? How am I being invited to show up? And I'm adding the fifth one. Could I commit? Am I willing to commit to that 5 minutes a day of silence between 12 o'clock and 12:05 to focus on peace? Am I willing to do that? Am I willing to do that with everyone else? So as we step back into this new year, may we remember that, we don't have to rush our becoming. We don't have to have all the answers. We don't have to see the full path. We don't have to see where any of this is going. We simply need to stay awake, pay attention, and be willing to bring our best love and attention to every moment. Every now moment and the next now moment. And if everyone does that, or if a good majority of people can do that, we will see shifts take place. Because what you created here in this community in this past year, this is a demonstration of what can be done in the world at large. You know how to do this. You've already done it. We can lead others in making that possible as well as we work together. So as we move into this new year together, may we know that whatever shows up, light or dark, knowing that this moment is always the leading edge of life's unfolding. This moment is always the leading edge of life's unfolding. So are you ready? Are you ready? Ready for the new year? All right, so let's know this together. Let's know that this is the leading edge of life's unfoldment. We are in our right and perfect place. We have been well prepared to be here. We have called all of this, we have called everything into being, whether we know it or not. We've called all of this into being in our country. And at the grassroots, knowing and believing what we do here, knowing that Spirit is omnipresent, everywhere, equally present, all-powerful, all-knowing. It is alive and active at every single point of existence. At every single point of existence, and each one of us has an interactive, loving relationship with this thing called life. And it is here for us. And while it seems on the surface that things have gone crazy or mad, and that may be a fact, underneath, just like nature, just like the trees and the bushes, underneath it all Life is happening in its full form, doing what it does, doing its quiet work with each and every one to the degree that they will allow it in, allow it to take over in them. So I know that by action of this treatment, we are, as a spiritual community, open and receptive to the divine power within us. We remember who we are. We remember for those who have forgotten who they are. We take our power back. We are clear-minded. We are focused. We are present in the now moment of power. And that makes all the difference. And this is how we stand tall in the truth. This is how we come at things in life. This is how we know the truth for our country, for the world, for all. So thank you, Spirit, for this amazing morning to be together with this beloved community, knowing that this is where things are really happening. Love happens here. Life happens here in its full form. We are conscious. We bring the very best of life to life. And we are so grateful. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Source. Thank you, God. And please say with me, and so it is.
That was powerful. So what new is emerging for CSLN? I'd like to announce that we have a signed letter of call and are officially announcing that Reverend John Adams is our new minister. His start date is March 1st, but he'll be joining us for a couple of weeks in February to start jumping in right away. And he'll be with us for the Sunday service on February 8th, and then again on February 15th, and Reverend Cath will be joining him on February 15th to pass the baton to Reverend John. So we will put all of this in the newsletter as well. So for now, before we do our gratitude time, I'd like to share a video from our new minister, Reverend John Adams.
Hi, CSL Nashville. It's Rev John, as most of you know. I am so deeply grateful that CSLN has chosen to extend a letter of call. I receive it with humility, with joy, and with a full-hearted yes. In accepting this role, I promise to do this work with the highest consciousness, good stewardship, good humor, with collaboration and heart-centeredness. What feels most important to say right now is with everything going on in the world, it can feel topsy-turvy. And with all that uncertainty, now is not the time for us to retreat. This is the time when our light, our love, and our joy are needed more than ever. We are the change the world needs right now. And I trust that as we do our work together, as we step more and more sure-footedly into love as a way of life, we are not only transforming our own lives, we are transforming the globe. I am genuinely excited to change the world with you. I'll be there soon, and until then, know how grateful I am to be your minister. I am grateful for you, for who you are, for your courageous yes in doing this work and creating this community and caring and loving each other. Minister is a sacred role. I'm so honored to say yes to it. We will do great things together. I can feel it. See you soon. Much love and gratitude.
So, the law of giving and receiving. We definitely have given and we have received. It shows us repeatedly that when we give, we receive even more. So if something has touched you today, there are many ways you can share the love with us, and we are so grateful for your offering of any size. I'd like to ask our ushers to come forward now. And thank you to Jacqueline and Gary for volunteering. In addition to the baskets being passed, we also have a few other ways we can accept your gift to the center. To use a credit card, we have a QR code posted in various places. If you're watching online, there's a link on your screen. And of course, you can visit our website. So please say with me, divine love as me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And so it is. Thank you for your loving gifts.
There is a road of the dollar bill. It is a never-ending hill. It is a lie, it's a bitter pill. Lord knows I have traveled on that road. There is a road of what people say. What do they think of me? Am I okay? Public opinion seems to stand in your way. Lord knows I have traveled on that road. I wanna walk on the road with heart. The road with no beginning and no end. I wanna walk on the road with heart. The road that leads us home. There is a road that's littered with blame, pointing fingers and naming names. I could be happy if you would just change. Lord knows I have traveled on that road. There is a road that's riddled with doubt. It's a dead-end road when you figure it out. It's a bright sunny day, but you're under a cloud. Lord knows I have traveled on that road. I'm gonna walk on the road with heart. The road with no beginning and no end. I'm gonna walk on the road with heart. The road that leads us home. Look for the things you love and you will know you're on your way. Follow the path that brings you joy. In time you'll never stray. Come on, let's walk on the road with heart. The road with no beginning and no end. Come on, let's walk on the road with heart. Come on, let's walk on the road with heart. Let's walk right down 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 the road with heart. What an awesome band. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Ashley, for helping out at the last minute.
What a great song. That was fun. We should have had a dance party up here with you guys. So thank you for today's speaker, Reverend Cath. That was wonderful, and the closing treatment was just beautiful. And to our guest artist, Christopher Strand, thank you for joining us again, Christopher. And Ashley for jumping in. And of course, to Don Morgan and Jimmy Lopez and Mark, I think I speak on behalf of all of us. It is wonderful to see you behind that keyboard. And thank you to Larry Faragalli, our music director. And of course, our wonderful production team, our AV people, Dale, Christian, Deborah, thank you. So we have a few short announcements before we close our service. Don't forget, we have conversation and coffee today with Reverend Cath after the service for an open discussion about our new minister, the new year, and anything else that's on your mind. There's also a new discussion group that's facilitated by practitioner Lyman Dickens that's going to be starting up on January 27th. This group will explore the insights from the book Don't Believe Everything You Think by Joseph Nin. It will be held on Tuesdays beginning January 27th at 5 p.m. via Zoom. And get ready for a new class with our own Dr. Mitch Johnson, who's sitting here in the front. The class is titled How to Change Your Mind and Keep It Changed. So that is going to be a great class. It's powerful, where we'll explore the spiritual and mental why and how of changing your mind so you can create your heart's desires and experience lasting transformation. Classes will be on Wednesdays starting January 28th. Just like the last time, we'll have an in-person class on Wednesday mornings here at 10:30, and then a Zoom class in the evening at 6:30. And even if you don't think you can make it to every class, sign up for the class because we record all of them, so you won't miss anything. So that starts soon, so register for both of those things. There's an opening on the hospitality team, so if you would like to volunteer one Sunday a month, please speak with Susan Prim or check out our, send an email to the office administrator and check out the newsletter and the website for all of the information involving all of these happenings, Zoom links, who to contact, everything. And last but not least, now that we have hired a new minister, this did not come without a lot of work by a lot of people. So I'd like to take a moment to acknowledge those people. And now we can reveal to you who served on the search committee and who served on the selection committee. So the people who served on the search committee, these were the folks that prepared the center profile and the center video, which were the two things that were put on the minister portal and what was available for people to see and what attracted Reverend John to us. So I'd like to acknowledge that team. Meredith Green did amazing work on the graphics for the brochure. Steve Trinward, Sue Franklin, and I were the three other people who crafted the words and everything. And then Elle Zeman was the person who put together the video, which you all saw. So that was wonderful. So now I'd like to acknowledge the people who were on the the selection committee. The selection committee had Reverend Cath leading them as their advisor, and the members of the committee were John Kiefer, Jacqueline Carrillo, Gary Hoffman, Gwen Smith, Amy Stevens, and Karen McLaughlin. These folks, you guys, did an amazing job. Oh, Mary Isla. I am sorry, Mary Isla. Mary Isla Rosebob. Thank you. These folks spent countless hours reviewing. We had 5 applicants. So these were the people who went through all of their videos, their resume, all of their references, everything, just to start the interview process. So it was a lot of time by all of them. I want to give a special shout out to Karen McLaughlin, whose organizational skills, scheduling, note-taking, and communicating with applicants, which is a tough job, you guys, because 4 people did not get the job. So Karen was the one communicating with them. So that was a big responsibility she took on, and thank you, Karen. Yes, excellent job by all of you, by everyone. So before we close our service, we'd like to welcome our visitors. We won't ask you to stand, but obviously you know there's lots of changes and growth going on here, so we hope to see you again next week. But if you could just wave your hand and let us know that you're new so we can make sure that we say hello to you. And we ask you to join us in the community room after the service for some light refreshments. And thank you to Stevie Saylor, today's hospitality volunteer. If you're watching online, please subscribe, give us a thumbs up. And I'd like to ask our practitioners, and we have a lot of ministers in here today, so our ministers also, to stand, because if there is something you're dealing with, or there's something you want to attract in your life related to your health, your relationship, your career, money, please don't leave without asking one of these professionals to pray with you as soon as the service is over. You know, we did our burning bowl ceremony last Sunday, and if anything came up for you regarding release, old habits, things that you need to let go of, these are the perfect people to talk to today. So we invite you to visit with any one of the practitioners, or if you're watching online, you can always fill out a prayer request form and submit it online. And we also have a couple of prayer request boxes positioned, so contact any one of us directly. So please join me in our closing affirmation. Divine abundance is forever manifesting in my affairs. I experience a deeper consciousness of peace and security, for I know that I am in the embrace of a warm, loving presence, forever seeking an outlet through me. And so it is. Have a fabulous day. Let's put a little love in our hearts and stand for the closing song.
This program is a service of the Center for Spiritual Living Nashville. May your life be filled with joy and prosperity in every way. Learn more about our programs or contact one of our practitioners at our website, cslnashville.org. You may also want to follow us on Facebook at CSLNASH. You can make a big difference with your financial gift at lovecsln.com. Please share the link to this program with a friend and join us again next Sunday. Have a wonderful week.